to operate with the consciousness of eternity, the first thing you must have is a spirit-controlled heart. A spirit-controlled heart. The heart is the engine room of human existence. The heart. We are in a generation of what they call bandwagon effect. Everybody wants to think the same. And in fact, we are in a generation now that if you think differently, you'll be bullied. If everybody says something and you say no, I don't think so, they will bully you. Because we are in a generation where people have no mind of their own. Sir, you may be in that business, in that organization, in that profession, in that career. Don't think the way everybody thinks. He said, and Daniel told the eunuchs, have a God, to have a spirit-controlled heart, you must relate with people of strength of character. I'm telling you how to wire your heart to become spirit-controlled. Strength of character. Stop hanging around people whose weakness is your weakness. To have a spirit-controlled heart, fear God. Number 4, number 3, whatever number. Fear God. What does it mean to fear God? Be intentional in your relationship with God. Be intentional in your relationship with God. Sir, fear God. HOD, fear God. Assistant pastor, fear God. Deaconess, fear God. Deacon, fear God. Brother, fear God. Husband, fear God. Wife, fear God. Children, fear God. Fear God. There is God. Fear Him.
Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. I have no shadow of doubt, as you hear this video, your faith will be lifted to another level. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, click the bell notification, and give me a thumbs up if you really like this video. Watch the full video. Let's do this one.
Is the end. That is why when the heartbeat stops, life stops. No matter what happens, if a man's leg is broken, if his heart is still beating, there's hope. Is it true? If a man's head is open, if the heart is still beating, there's hope. If a man is okay, legs, hand, head, okay, and heart stop beating, there's no hope. When a person dies, the doctors first come to check your heartbeat. The heart is the engine room. Jesus said one thing, let not your head be troubled, not let your legs be troubled, let not your heart, John 14 verse 1, be troubled, let not your heart. Proverbs 4:23, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Proverbs 23 and verse 9. And verse 7, sorry. Proverbs 23 and verse 7. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is, so is he. When you leave the heart to itself without control, it wanders into wickedness. Because the heart is naturally wired for evil. Have you seen a child of 5 years lie? Who taught the child how to lie? It's a nature. Have you seen your child of 4 years take something, you are coming, he hides it? Which school did he learn that from? Are you following what I'm saying? It's a nature. It's the Adamic, the first Adam. He takes something, see you. You are seeing the meat. What's in your mouth? No, nothing. It's a nature. It's a nature. Jeremiah 17 verse 9. He said the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Get me other translation. He said above all things. What does that mean? If you leave it to itself, he says the heart is deceitful above all things and is extremely sick. Who can understand it fully and know its secret motives? Who? Left to yourself? Who can understand the human heart? There's nothing else so deceitful. It is too sick to be healed. The heart is hopelessly dark and deceitful. A puzzle that no one can figure out. What does that mean? All of this description of the heart is a heart left to itself without the control of the spirit. Without the control of the spirit. If you leave your heart to itself, there are things that will come into your mind. You'll be wondering who put it there. Who put it there? Who puts it there? The heart has to be controlled. The first thing that empowers a spirit-controlled heart is intimacy with God. Intimacy and proximity with God is what brings a heart that is well controlled by the Spirit. Once God is far from you, your heart is close to Satan. Your thoughts, your decision, intimacy with God is what empowers a spirit-controlled heart. In Daniel chapter 1 verse 8, the Bible says, and Daniel said, proposed in his heart that he will not defile himself with the king's meat. And Daniel proposed in his heart, he will not defile himself with a portion of king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now let me tell you something. What was this story about? The king needed some young men to stand before him. So when you get to the palace, when you see their makeup, their build, how well favored they look, you'll be intimidated. So there was some prescription that, as it were, dietitians brought. This is what they must eat, this is what they must eat, this is what they must eat, this is what they must eat. This is the king's meat. And Daniel said, this one is not what was recommended for the Jews to eat. He said to himself, he proposed, in the midst of all the objections and the counter objections, he proposed in his heart. He proposed. Having a spirit-controlled heart is having a heart that is not with the multitude. You have a mind of its own. Your heart is not with the multitude. Exodus 23 verse 2 says, don't join the multitude to do evil. That's the second thing about having a spirit control, that your heart is not with the multitude. When your heart is with the multitude, you do what everybody does. We are in a generation of what they call bandwagon effect. Everybody wants to think the same. And in fact, we are in a generation now that if you think differently, you'll be bullied. If everybody says something and you say, no, I don't think so, they will bully you. Because we are in a generation where people have no mind of their own. Sir, you may be in that business, in that organization, in that profession, in that career. Don't think the way everybody thinks. Have a mind, because everybody can be wrong. Have a mind of your own. Somebody comes to tell you this about someone, tell you that about someone, say, this person has not done this to me. So I can't believe what you are saying. Sometimes when people bring issues to Dr. Lizzie and they say this, she will tell me, I say, ask, confirm. Because I've seen so many stories I've been told. There are people who call themselves Christians. They lie like they are prophesying. They lie with inspiration. So whatever I'm told, I just take with a pinch of salt and I confirm. Sometimes I confirm with the Lord says throw it away, it's not true. Sometimes I confirm with people. It's just a terrible thing now. It's a terrible thing. The way people just lie. They lie. When they lie, it means, hey, when they lie, even Satan is shocked. There are some people that have turned Satan to deputy. They are the real Satan. When they lie, Satan says, here, lying spirit. Did you go there? He said, no, I'm still here. He has taken over my job. They lie without reservation. People want to destroy people, so they have to cook up lies in an office to kick somebody out. In leadership, many lies. I found out. Pastors don't like younger pastors, so they will lie. So that pastor can be punished. The pastor you want to be punished has a wife, has innocent children, has family. Because of your animosity with the father, the children must suffer. What kind of life? Yeah. Please, always confirm things. Don't join the bandwagon. Whatever you are told, confirm. We are in this generation. Please confirm. Don't just jump into everything you are told. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Confirm from the Lord. Do your findings yourself. Have a God-dependent mind. He said, and Daniel told the eunuchs, have a God, to have a spirit control that you must relate with people of strength of character. I'm telling you how to wire your heart to become spirit control. Strength of character. Stop hanging around people whose weakness is your weakness. There are some friends, what keeps them together is alcohol. 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 There are some people, it is smoking. When they sit down, this one come with a bottle, the other come with a bottle, the other come with a canton, the other come with a drum, another come with a tanker. What is the unity conformity? There are people who have nothing in common other than one person. The reason both of them are together is to fight one person. The reason both of them are relating is to fight one person. People that don't greet, it's like Herod and Pilate. They became friends because of Jesus' crucifixion. There are some people whose friendship is on the platform of being enemies to one entity. Have you not seen people that left the church? They become friends. You don't come out here and say, come out, oh. Me too, I don't go. And one thing about the works of the flesh these days is that these days the works of the flesh exhibited by people is always backed up with scriptures. It's always backed up with scriptures. I left because I want to make heaven. I left for the salvation of my soul. Become friends. That person that you call your friend, what do you both have in common? Nothing. Other than how to destroy leadership. After pastor finished preaching, you are sending message. You hear what pastor said? It was you he was talking to. He said, I know. I was just looking at him. While he was talking, I was just praying that you just fall down and die. Fall down and die. That's the bond that they have. Friends in crime. Partners in evil. Partners in evil. People of strength. People that when you go before, when you walk away from them, you are thinking of how to be a better person. When you walk away from them, you are thinking of how to be a better person. I spoke with somebody on the phone. He has never spoken to me before, about 4 days ago. And we talked on the phone. He said, I said, why? He said, after talking to you, I want to just make heaven. I said, why? He said, the valuelessness you have placed on things. Let me tell you a story. I went to preach somewhere. And when I was done, some people blessed me. They blessed me. Oh, Papa, this is for you. Please don't give it out. You know that kind of thing. They said, this is for you. You. Don't give it out. Everybody was saying the same thing. So it's like they have been told that whatever you give him, he will give it out. So they were very specific. 1, 2, 3, 4. So to honor their gift, I said I wasn't going to give it out. I held it. It wasn't too much, but I was happy. I was happy. So somebody was talking to me about the move of God in that meeting. What God did in that meeting. He said, no, our nation shook. This happened, that happened. I said, not just that. So your people blessed me. And I mentioned the figure they gave me. He paused. I said, why did you pause? He said, well, I just want you to know that the pastors in the nation all gathered. That when you are coming, every pastor should shut down their service. It was something told the Pentecostal that we have seen somebody, blah, 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 blah. They said all they said. I said, but why did you pause? He said, somebody from your country came here and they used bags to pack money because they were paying for prophecy, paying for healing, paying for this, paying for one-on-one. They used bag. When he mentioned the figure, I shouted, Jesus! I screamed, Jesus! He said, bags, and see what you are giving. You are thanking our country. He says, so I don't understand who you are. I went to preach somewhere. A pastor gave me an offering. I didn't take it. I was scared. He said, what? As if I take this from you, God will not reward me. This is too heavy to be called offering. There's no way God will bless me for this work if I take this. This money is too big now. He said, but it's what we are led to bless you. I said, remove some. Because if I take this money out of here and I walk away, I've gotten my reward. God, there's no way God can reward me. I said, this is too heavy. He said, but sir, this is what they said. I said, tell them I said it's too big. Am I talking to somebody here? We just came, they may be watching on television now, or maybe watching in our live service. I just finished a service and my pastor and the wife came to me and said, Daddy, this is what we put together and said they should give you. And the money was there. Some days ago, I said, okay. I think we are still doing a construction in this church. He said, yes. I said, put the money there. The wife looked at the husband looked at the wife looked at the husband. He said, sir, we don't understand. It's yours. I said, we have a construction here. I said, yes. I said, if I take the money, I'll put it in the work of God. If I leave it here, it's going for the work of God. So what's the difference? Take this whole money and put it in the construction. So what about you? Have you the one that be taking care of me all my life? You see, it takes that kind of consciousness to kill materialism. Many of us, we move with people who are avaricious, greedy. People in church that they will send to buy equipment and they will add money. Microphone, you add money. Ordinary fuel for generator, you add money. Thank you. Battery, you add money. That when you bring things, we have to call and confirm. What? You don't belong to church. Go to shrine. Go and be a native doctor's apprentice. If an evil native doctor's apprentice is disciplined, because if he lie, the boss will carry his hand and say, come here. Stand before Amadioha and repeat it. When those are the kind of people that you hang around, those are the kind of friends you hang around, you are just in church now. It's your time. Oh. There are pastors who are doing everything to make sure their church is doing well. And other pastors are telling them, be smart, oh. Be smart, oh. Be smart. It's your time, oh. It's your time, oh. Be smart, oh. He that is smart, look at his life. He that is telling you to be smart, look at his life. How can somebody you are better than be advising you? You are just following God. You are sleeping in church, waking up in church. You carry this church on your head, oh. The person that says you carry church on your head and he that carry church on the leg, who is a better person? The Archbishop in the house has said, I will only listen to you if you have done twice of what I'm trying to do once. See, but if you have not done half, I don't see it as an advice. I see it as envy. To have a spirit-controlled heart, fear God. Number 4, number 3, whatever number. Fear God. What does it mean to fear God? Be intentional in your relationship with God. Be intentional in your relationship with God. Sir, fear God. HOD, fear God. Assistant pastor, fear God. Deaconess, fear God. Deacon, fear God. Brother, fear God. Husband, fear God. Wife, fear God. Children, fear God. Fear God. There is God. Fear Him. Fear Him. Fear Him. Ecclesiastes 13:14. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandment. This is the whole duty of life. Fear God. I don't know who put up Ecclesiastes 1:14. May God have mercy on you. This is the whole duty of man. Let me tell 3 people. Fear God. 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 When Potiphar's wife was throwing herself around Joseph, Joseph said, your husband has given everything, committed everything to my hand. The house, everything, except you. He said, I fear God. can I do this great wickedness? Fear God. In other words, what was Joseph saying? Taking advantage of people is a proof of bankruptcy of the fear of God. House girl staying with you, and Oga sleeping with house girl. It's taking advantage. Am I talking to somebody here? Somebody is your driver, and you are having an affair with the wife. There are people that you reduce yourself. Somebody is working for as your husband's boss, and that person is playing some funny games around you, and you are opening your teeth to that kind of man. Even if you have no regard for God, your husband, what about yourself? The fear of God makes you know you don't take advantage of people. Don't take advantage of people. Don't be a lecturer. You tell somebody, if you must cross, I must do this. That's a potential age grade of your biological daughter. An organization. You overuse people, misuse people, abuse people, and you lift your hands in church, you are praying. There are many sicknesses no pastor can pray out of people's body, because it's a formation of the wickedness of their heart. Am I talking to somebody right now? There are things we do. Oh, Yakapata Hadash. Fear God. Oh. Don't say because you are in position. Fear God. We're having a program somewhere, and I just got there, bam, and discovered another man of God was having a program just 4 minutes from where we are doing our program. He was starting his program. I asked him what time. It was by 6. And our program started very early. By 4 people were gathered. I closed it before 6 and told everybody to go there. I closed the program 5:40 something. I said, hey, stop, don't go anywhere. Please, as you live here, a man of God is in town. All of you, move there. It is one kingdom. It is one kingdom. I was having a program by Uniben. Is it Uniben? And PFL was having a program that same day. Look at the venue. I say, I started preaching before they said PFL had a crusade. The next day I said, we're coming here by 1. And they came, they whispered in my ear, say, sorry sir, it's not 1, it's 5. I said, are you the speaker? I said 1, leave me. I said 1. They came 1, the place was packed out. Ministered, spent time, because I discovered they just wanted the prophetic. So I spent time prophesying on people, got to 5, bam! I closed it, I said, we are all moving into the crusade. If God does not help you, nobody can help you. All this game, all this gimmick you are playing, trying to gather. If God does not help you, nobody can help you. If God does not lift you, nobody. All this game you are playing, all these gimmicks you are playing, trying to. It's your own kingdom. It's not kingdom of God. It's your own kingdom. The kingdom of your village elders that you are working for. If it's this God we are all working for, sir, we must not take advantage of people. We must not take advantage of things. I wish I was talking to somebody here. Am I talking? Fear God. What does it mean to fear God? It means don't take advantage of people. What does it mean to fear God? Consider Him in every action. Consider God. That's what it means to fear God. What will God say? www.jd.com. What will Jesus do.com. In this situation, what will Jesus do? In this situation, what will Jesus do? Consider God. Tell somebody, consider God. Tell somebody again, consider God. Let what I'm about to say now be on record. Let it be on record. In South Africa, in Johannesburg, I was just sitting down after preaching, and they were to have a ministers' conference. We had a short ministers' conference, not too big, on Thursday morning. Is it ministers' conference? Pastors, leadership. And before I got there, I was just lying down, just talking to the Lord. I do that sometimes. After the order of 2 Corinthians 13:5, examine yourself. So I was just asking God, checking out, Lord, thank you for the meeting. Thank you for your move. Is there anything I did right or wrong? Correct me. What do I need to do? The Lord said, sit down. I sat down. He said, you have deviated. Yeah. I said, Lord, just small question I asked. Look at the... Sometimes if you're walking with the Holy Spirit, it can be very funny. God can be humorous. I said, Lord, just some question I asked. Look at the heavy hammer. And the Lord said, I'll tell you why. He said, lately, you have been responding to pastors who are attacking pastors. In your statement, in your utterances, you are being conscious of pastors because you are angry that they are attacking other pastors. He said, the ones who are attacking pastors are not working for me. They are working for their emotions and their flesh. Because you cannot display the work of the flesh and cover it with the Spirit of God or with scriptures. You can't display the work of the flesh. The root of purity is love. If love does not guide you, your message is not pure. Your message is emotional. The Lord said they are wrong. He said, you coming to correct them, you are equally wrong. He said, because I, the Lord, am the only one who should correct them. What they are doing is against me. I should correct them, not you. They are trying to correct the church. I should correct the church, not them. And I should correct them, not you. He said, so tell everyone who loves me, whether on social media, whether content creators, when they see pastors attacking pastors, they should keep quiet. I will reply them soon. He said, some of them will grow to that point. He said, so you are wrong. He said, so stop correcting them. I went on my knees. Mercy. Bim. Mouth sealed. You say this one is fake, oh? Okay. This one is the devil. Okay, sir. All of them are evil. Thank you, sir. Everybody is Satan. Okay. Let the owner of the church answer you. He want me. Are you following what I'm saying? Consider God. You had a transaction throughout the whole day. You sit back. Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for today. Lord, are there things I did I should not have done? Correct me. The Holy Spirit will bring one thing to your mind. How you spoke to a customer. You'll be shocked. I wish I was talking to somebody here. Consider God. What does it mean to fear God? Understand that whatever a man sows. Sir, you can't sow evil and cover it up with fasting and prayer. No. If you sow evil, you will reap evil. Fasting and prayer will only give you strength to maintain what you reap. Fasting and prayer can only give you strength to maintain what you are reaping. Paul was beating up believers. Beating up believers. Beating up believers. Beating up believers. When he became a believer, they were beating him up. They beat him to a point he was bleeding. They matched him. And was praying that God should heal his body. God said, no, my grace. So, I can, in quote, Paul, if likened to today, Paul was the head of terrorists. He was the spokesman of Boko Haram. But when he became a believer, he felt he could escape it. They beat him up. They beat him up. They beat him up. Fear God. Number 2, I'm going to pray. Living for eternity. The second thing you must do to live for eternity is to understand how to occupy till he comes. How to occupy till Jesus comes. Luke 19 verse 13. It says, occupy till I come. This is where sin, iniquity, wickedness, attacks, this is where it comes from. Because now you are born again. I wish when you get born again on Monday, you go to heaven on Tuesday. It would have been far better because there's no transaction. You just go pure. But in trying to occupy in business, in marriage, in health, financial, in trying to occupy, because Jesus said, now you are saved. I've given you talents. I've given you this. Now, with this I've given you, occupy. In the place of trying to occupy, that is where subversion and diversion comes in. Digression from the will of God. trying to control your business, trying to have a good business life, a good marriage life, a good academic life, living with your neighbors. All of these processes is where sin comes, is where the devil comes. So you must understand what are the tenets involved in occupying effectively and godly. Occupying effectively and maximally. Occupying well. Having that understanding. Am I talking to somebody here? Am I talking to somebody here? With that consciousness that if God has said I should occupy, then there are standards and there are procedures. How many of you know? I don't know if it happens in today's institution. In those days, you can drag a lecturer to the Senate who brings out in an examination what he didn't teach you. Do they do it now? That's why I say it's a generation of woo-woo. It's a woo-woo generation. Woo-woo. Everything goes. In those days, a man brings up something and he didn't lecture out of the curriculum. Nothing. They will drag him to the Senate and say, sir, you didn't teach us that. He said, no, you have to put it, sir, you didn't teach us that. Those, what you call confraternity, started as unions. That's how they started. To react against people usurping authority. Usurping authority. So when they went first, they tried to bring up some of these their issues and tell the leadership, they said no. So they had to add some violence, some stubbornness, some aggression, some. That's how it started. So there are you must know there is God. You know that Lord on whose arm the king leaned when Elijah prophesied that by this time tomorrow a measure of fine flour shall be sold for a shekel. If you understand the story very well, when the prophecy was fulfilled, they trampled the man underfoot by the gate. You remember? One reason. Not because he doubted Elijah. There was something he said. He said, even if the heaven, he dared God. He wasn't doubting Elijah's prophecy. If he said, man of God, I don't believe you. That is man to man. The prophecy will be fulfilled. The highest that will happen is that he will not be a beneficiary. But this time he said, even if the windows, even if God open the windows of heaven. This is so, it was about God. When he put in God, then the Lord, on whose hand the king leaned, answered the man of God and said, behold, if the Lord, capital letter, if the Lord would make windows in heaven, would make, not even open, will make, so as far as it's concerned, there are no windows in heaven. Might this thing be, and he said, thou shalt see with thy eyes, but shalt not eat thereof. Judgment is released the day you doubt God. Extinction is released the day you dare God. Judgment is released when you doubt God. But extinction begins when you dare God. God cannot do it. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? What you tell God is what God does. Oh. How you treat God is how God treats you. I was going to preach in a town in the West, and I was told that the people, they are very heartless to pastors. This was in 1997. Because preaching there was not common. Say they are very heartless to pastors. So we are going to minister. So I told God, I said, please, I beg you, even if it's one person, let the person be kind to me. Please, just one. I refused to go through any form of ridicule. Guess what? As we got there, we found the man. And we told the man why we came. He said, yeah. I said, this place we are going, the accommodation is bad. The people there, they are hostile, they are this. So the man took us, spent his time, took us to a nice place. I said, Father, thank you. At least I've met a good person. As we got there, we said we are pastors. The owners of the place reacted. Said, never. I said, Lord, but I said, you should give me one person. God said, that's the one person. You asked for only one good person. So I gave you one good person. All the other ones are now hostile because you didn't ask for good people. That's why I don't pray for a helper. I pray for helpers. So what happened? I went back to my car. I said, I'm coming. I left the people. I said, I'm coming. I went to the car. I said, Father, give us good people. Give us good people. Good people. Good people. Good people. And I came out, the matter turned. This is how you treat God. This God is real. How you treat him is how he treats you.
Thank you for watching the video to this far. I have a book for you in the description and title. Get this book from Amazon or send a free donation to the number on the screen and I'll forward a soft copy to you wherever you find yourself. Always remember, winners never quit and quitters never win. Yes, you can.